I really want to try and help build the community and the voice of Vegas when it comes to our film industry, because I mean, there's so much talk. Hollywood's coming in, LA's moving in. So it's like, yeah, we want to have a voice of Vegas, you know? And then the only way you're going to do that is like knowing more and more people in your community. So that's why we do the mixers. And the workshop is a part of our mission, which is educate and elevate the film industry out here, or the indie filmmaking, just to provide more opportunities for people that maybe can't go to classes at the colleges. You know, hey, come to this workshop, learn how to set up your camera or do lighting and sound and stuff like that.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Film Goals podcast. Today I'm with the one and only Allie, the grand finale.
Woo woo.
She's back again and again. I'm just kidding. But today she's here for the Desert Waves Film Festival, which is happening on Sunday, October 13th. So yeah, let's talk about how you got involved and, you know, what the festival's about.
Yeah, well, first of all, let me give you the rest of the details. October 13th, 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Downtown Cinemas. We actually booked the Speakeasy Theater.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's going to be an experience.
Yeah, this is like the third or fourth owner at that theater.
Yeah, they were something in Art House and now Downtown.
Art House Eclipse.
Yeah, Eclipse. Yeah, to where you're like,
that's
what am
cool
I looking
that
up
they
again?
support us, you know?
Exactly, yeah. Actually, Brial, who's on the team of Desert Waves, he knows the general manager. He said he took a class from him. So it's like, man, small town. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
But taking it back to what you'd asked, like, how did it come to be?
Yeah.
Well, shoot, a few years ago, had talked about having a film festival and had tossed around the idea, and it just never really kind of got off the ground. And then this year, you know, was able to put a team together, and we talked about what our mission is going to be, what do we want to focus on. And because I was like, you know, yes, Vegas does have film festivals. And we support all of them because we look at it as another opportunity for people to have their projects seen. And, you know, rising tides raise all ships is kind of like what we go for. Yeah.
Philosophical.
Yeah, I'm getting deep with it. Riding the waves, desert waves. What?
Yeah. So how'd you come up with the name?
Was sitting there. It's like, okay, we're Vegas. We're in the desert. You know, what do you think about with deserts? Cacti. So I was like, you know, desert. So our emblem symbol brand is like the cactus. And then we have beautiful sunsets out here. So we have the sunset colors behind the cactus and like the heat waves going through it. Yeah.
So that's cool. So how did you, what was kind of like the plan going in? Like, what did you want to, I know you're going to showcase films, but you wanted to go international, just local? Like, what was the plan going in? Is that something that you figured out as you went along or what?
Yeah, we actually sat down to discuss it. Like, what do we want to focus on? So we wanted to make sure we had a student film block because we're big supporters of the students out here, UNLV, you know, CSN, all of them. And also we wanted to add a local Las Vegas filmmaker block just to make sure like, hey, you know, you're specifically from Vegas. Like, and I saw something like that at Cordillera Film Festival where I just was, and they also had like a Nevada-based film block to really highlight local filmmakers.
Yeah. So you have like international films too, or
Yes.
like talk a little bit about the films and what was the process of like going through that? Like, what does it take to put a festival together?
Well, let me recommend you having a team because it is a lot of work. And if you're smarter than me, you go out and you get money before you get started, because there is some upfront costs. Like if you want to book theaters, if you want to, you know, put on awards, I mean, you got to pay for all that stuff. You want it to be a good experience, you know? And then what else was the question? Like what all it takes?
Yeah, what does it take to put something together like that?
And then Film Freeway. You can create your whole page on Film Freeway. They even help you make like flyers for social media and stuff to advertise. Advertising is big to make sure you're seen because if, you created all that, but nobody ever sees you exist. I mean, yeah.
What is the process for Film Freeway? Is it like a long thing when they gotta verify you, or how does that work? Not so anybody can just put up their shit on there.
Yeah.
That could be like
That's why, like, I've applied to so many film festivals because of my own projects, and I'm like, oh man, some of these are just money grabs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is a little bit different about, because you guys are also doing a challenge, so talk about a little bit.
Yes. So I got to participate in the 48, which is internationally known filmmaker challenge as well, and I loved it. And I was like, but it's only one time a year. And then the 49 popped up a couple years ago as well. And then it's like, you know, we're also doing our own filmmaker challenge. I was like, it's just more opportunity to make film because not everyone can like meet the time like that this one is held and that one's held.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's another opportunity.
Okay. And what is talk about the challenge? What theme? How are you doing it?
So we are doing it very similar to the 48, 49, and we're doing a line, a prop. You're going to get random genres and random character. We're doing it kind of like an experience. So we're Olympic themed for our kickoff. So there might be a couple challenges to find out what your genre is. Yeah, just to make it more engaging. And then it'll be something different next year. But we just want it to be something to where like we're bringing value and an experience to the people involved.
Cool. And then you guys are doing 48 hours. Like, are you doing a timeline, like a deadline? What is the deadline?
Yeah. Since we started out advertising, you know, we wanted to stick with it, not to confuse people. So we're doing 49 hours this year. I talked about doing it to making it like a month long next year. I don't know. I really kind of want to run it by those that are participating to see like, would you like more time to make something, or do you prefer the short form of 48?
Yeah, because it could be different. It could be like, I mean, there's that rush or whatever you get from like, you know, doing
accomplishing something in a short period
in
of time
2 days or whatever,
instead of dragging it out.
Yeah, and then if you do a month, it's like, you know.
Yeah, but if you wondered, like, let's say you did the 48 or 49 and you're like, oh, I really like that. I wonder what I could do with more time and more money or something. I was like, well, then that's a possibility. So it's kind of just helping people experience different film atmospheres.
And how many teams did you get?
So we got a handful of teams. And I'm really excited for that. This being our first year, I'm happy that anybody joined.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then how about like movies that were submitted to be shown?
We did really well. I've been looking at every single film submission, like just for any of those that are seeing this and listening to this that submitted, your film is being watched by me and somebody else, at least 2 people, before we decide if it's in. And I've been blown away by the quality of films and the talent. Yeah, and so we had so many, and it's going to probably be only accepting about half of it just because of like how much time, you know.
And what did you decide, like only half of the day, because it's 2 to 9?
2 to 9.
Yeah. How did you decide that, and like how is it going to look, like blocks wise?
Well, we decided 2 to 9 because of budget. Because of rental fee. Yeah, because then you got to think of money and like, okay, how much time can we afford to screen?
Okay.
And so the blocks are going to be maybe for like one block be a full feature and the other be around 45 minutes.
Okay. That's not bad. And how many blocks is it going to be?
Right now, we're looking at 6.
Okay, that's not bad. Okay.
And that's including the Filmmaker Challenge. And then like we have the award ceremony at the very end.
And you got an after party.
And we got an after party. Hola, Habibi.
Okay, cool. And then when does that start? What time does that start? Midnight?
It's from 9 to midnight.
Oh, okay, cool. So we had like, you guys have been doing a lot of mixers and a lot of like different kind of skits.
Workshops and
skits. So talk about that, and like what was the experience like, and like how did you feel doing it? What's something that you would change or continue to do?
I really want to continue doing those because the mixers, I mean, I really want to try and help build the community and the voice of Vegas when it comes to our film industry, because I mean, there's so much talk. Hollywood's coming in, LA's moving in. So it's like, yeah, we want to have a voice of Vegas, you know? And then the only way you're going to do that is like knowing more and more people in your community. So that's why we do the mixers. And the workshop is a part of our mission, which is educate and elevate the film industry out here, or the indie filmmaking, just to provide more opportunities for people that maybe can't go to classes at the colleges. You know, hey, come to this workshop, learn how to set up your camera or do lighting and sound and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was cool because you did the first one was the first one the lighting one that you did, the
The
first
first
workshop?
one we did the Q&A with indie
Oh, that was
filmmakers.
okay. Hey,
And
what up? I was there.
yeah, duh.
Well, thank you guys for having me on there. That was cool. No, that was a fun experience actually.
Yeah,
So.
and I'm actually, when I went to Cordillera and I met more Nevada filmmakers, I'm
Mhm.
inviting them to come next year to speak. So
Okay.
then,
Did you invite them to the festival?
I invited them, but they're not able to make it.
Okay. No,
Yeah.
that's cool. Yeah. No, that was a fun experience, and like I think a lot of people had good questions,
Mm-hmm.
and I have like a time limit or how much I like to talk.
Yeah.
So, but it kept going, and people were like just, and then everyone in the panel had like something to say that was like really good stuff that I took. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly.
Like,
I
oh,
was
that's
taking notes.
how,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, that
Mm-hmm.
was cool.
Yeah.
And what was like the process of putting stuff like that together? How did it come up and stuff?
Sat down with my team and was like, hey, if we want to educate and elevate, like, what should we provide? Okay, well, people would probably want to talk to people that are maybe a couple steps further down the path of filmmaking than they are. So, like, let's get some filmmakers. Like, let's vary it up. Let's make sure we get, producers, directors, writers, cover a few different facets of it.
Yeah.
So that way we can cast a wide net for people to come. And then the other workshops were like, well, let's teach them basic lighting and sound, because like when you're making a film, like those are huge parts of it.
Yeah.
So we're trying to provide the basics to where if maybe they decide to join on the filmmaker challenge, like, hey, they know a little bit something more than they did before.
For sure. I remember the Q&A was at a coffee shop though.
Mm-hmm.
So that brings me to my question of like, what's something you would change?
You're like, maybe not have them
Not
making
have it at a coffee shop,
espressos.
number 69. And what,
I don't know. Like, it was nice to have that there because it provided refreshments, it provided food, it helped a local business because that was during their off hours that they were open for us.
oh wow, okay.
And since we are collaborating and working with a lot of these local businesses, so we're also trying to strengthen those connections between film and possible film locations and
sure.
stuff like. Yeah.
Yeah, the location was nice and everything. Yeah, it was just the loudness.
Yeah.
No, but it was cool. Yeah, so what are some of the challenges that came up as you were putting the
Making
festival
espressos during the
together? Other than that.
So some challenges we've come across, just trying to stay on top of everything because there's a lot of moving parts. Everybody has lives. This is a whole nother job, basically. So, making sure you communicate well with your team to be like, all right, like, what are we doing? What are we focusing on? Trying to plan it, stay ahead. Some things that I would change for next year, we're definitely going to like block out the year instead of like maybe doing a quarter at a time. Like, no, I want to block out the whole year so we can not like.
What do you mean by that? Like block out the whole year?
Like making the plans for our workshops.
Oh, okay, like the whole planning ahead. Oh, damn, yeah.
Since we were kind of like already behind the ball this year, next year I want us to be ahead of it.
For sure, that's smart. Talk a little bit about your team. My boy Brow. And
you got
Janae.
Brow, Gabiola, we got Janae Rogers, we got me, woo woo, Ali B, and then I also have had so many good people like that have helped. Ellie, Nick, Brian, just to name a few. Even some of the other filmmakers, like they've talking about skits. We're definitely open to people coming and helping us make skits to just be entertaining and to also put out there, advertise what we're doing, because it's better than just like, hi, we're Desert Waves and we're going to be providing you. Yeah. It's just a different way.
Yeah, it was a funner way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We actually were on the news.
Oh, yeah.
We got a little coverage, a little feature.
Yeah.
So we're thankful for all the community and people that have come to our mixers and everything. And just, stay tuned. We're definitely going to be having more mixers, more workshops. And, we're going to be doing more for the festival next year. And we're also very open to people reaching out to us and be like, hey, I have an idea, or this is something that I would like to learn about. Because someone mentioned, hey, I'd like to learn basic camera settings. I'm like, you got it. We'll do a workshop on camera.
Workshop.
Yeah, a camera workshop.
That's cool.
And I've also thought of doing workshops on like, film festival circuits and stuff like that, because there is a strategy to it.
Yeah. That's a hard one too, because like you really got to know what you're doing, because it's expensive. It gets really expensive.
Like almost how much I've put in production, I've also spent on just submitting it to film festivals. And kind of knowing what's your intention with this. Yeah. Are you wanting it to get picked up? Are you wanting to pitch it? Are you wanting to get it distributed? I learned so much at the Cordillera Film Festival, and I just want to share all that knowledge and help other people, take that next step.
Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the festival. How was it? And
so Cordillera Film Festival, it's International Film Festival. It was their 7th year this year, and they're often referred to as like the Sundance Film Festival of Nevada. And it was amazing. I had so many people I met there. Everyone was nice, open, collaborative, just so open to share knowledge and experience. And they had a pitch fest, so I got to watch people pitch. And actually Hassani, he won their pitch fest, I think it was last year.
Okay.
You can win like $150,000 for your film that you want to either make or distribute or whatever. And then they also had actors that could read your script, and they had thousands of submissions to their film festival.
Wow.
And they had...
Were you there for the reading thing?
I was there for the pitch fest. The reading was later that day.
So you don't know how that works?
I didn't.
Okay, I'm curious.
Didn't get to see it, but I want to submit to read as an actor next year. Yeah, and I'm definitely pitching next year. And there was like 5 days. Like, that's a long festival.
That's a big festival, yeah.
Yeah. And they really took care of us.
Were you there all 5 days?
I was there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 out of the 5 days.
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, and they really took care of us. They had a whole lounge for us to just sit and mingle. They had get-togethers. They had talks. I got to meet the voice behind Goofy. Yeah, it was funny because during the award ceremony, he actually used the voice, and you could see everyone fumbling for their phones to try and record it, and then they all missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And they had, their board of directors, just an immense pile of talent.
Are they all up north, or are they mixed Vegas and Reno, or do you know?
I think they're mostly Reno in that area. But I met other filmmakers that are from Vegas. Yeah.
That's cool. Let's see what else we got. Anything else you're working on?
Yes.
I mean, other than the festival. Festival's a big thing, so
that is a lot. School, work, film festival.
You just got back from military?
Yeah, just finished my military service. I literally flew in. I flew in, went straight from the airport to the film premiere of City of Second Chances, and then went to my mixer, and then flew out the very next morning to go to Cordillera. Yeah, I was so tired.
Now you're gonna rest for a month after this.
Well, I still gotta wait till after the film festival. I've got a whole 2 weeks left, man. And then it'll be midterms. Maybe I'll rest around Thanksgiving.
Okay, that's a good time to rest. Eat some turkey and go to sleep.
Yeah, but my mom wants me to visit, so there's no rest when you're visiting family.
Oh, she doesn't just cook and you guys just chill?
No. No, but my niece will be there. That'll be cute to see her. But other things I'm working on, yes. So I'm actually trying to push and finish some screenplays because AFM is going to be here in Vegas this year. And I put in for a raffle to maybe win a platinum ticket. That's expensive to go. But if you guys can go, if you want to pitch, you want to try and get seen, that's a big event.
Yeah, I'm going to try to sneak in because it's down the street from us.
Keep sneaking up. Plus one. Just
I'm just going to try to sneak in there. Anyways. All right. Well, tell us about the Desert Waves real quick. Saturday or Sunday, October 13th.
Yep, Sunday, October 13th, 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Downtown Cinemas.
Oh, and where do they get tickets?
They can get tickets on Film Freeway. So it's filmfreeway.com/Desert Waves Film Festival /tickets. Or you could just go to the Desert Waves Film Festival. You can see the button there.
All right, cool. Well, go support. Go watch some films. And if you're doing a challenge, good luck.
Yes, good luck.
All right. Thanks, Allie.
Yeah, no, thank you.
All right. See you next time. Peace.
Bye.